Guys, breaking news. Could Alec Baldwin actually be charged with freaking murder? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the news and pop culture stories of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, the district attorney has just spoken out. Breaking news. Ready to file charges, one of which is going to be against, it looks like, Alec Baldwin. Is he going to be charged with murder? Guys, I'm going to break it all down for you in a moment. Before I do so, though, a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, YouTube human reviewer, I see you lurking. I'm not going to say any trigger words or anything that's going to offend your ear holes. And to everyone else awesome enough to have clicked on this video, hi, welcome, how are you doing? If you love news and pop culture on the daily, served with a little bit of sass and gobbiness, which is basically this, right? Do make sure you click on that subscribe button, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And so let's jump into this, shall we? So, this is in relation to the incident last year on the set of Rust, the movie, in regards to the Bang Bang implement. Again, got to be a bit careful for YouTube here, guys. However, the New Mexico State Attorney has just said that they could file criminal charges against 4 people, including Alec Baldwin. Yes, he has been named. In a recent letter to the state's finance board, Santa Fe District Attorney Mary Carmack Altwies said as many as 4 people could face charges in connection with the incident last year that claimed the life of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins and injured director Joel Souza. Indicating that her office is considering charges including homicide as well as bang bang violations against 4 individuals. Quote, writing in a letter dated August 30th, one of the possible defendants is well-known movie actor Alec Baldwin. Literally considering charges including homicide. Guys, unalivement, murder. Seriously, this is big, guys. This is big. She didn't identify other individuals who may be charged, just Alec Baldwin. But states if charges are warranted, then the first judicial district attorney anticipates prosecuting up to 4 individuals. My expenses for the Rust case will begin immediately and will be costly. I can imagine. So this has been an emergency request for funding that the DA has submitted that couldn't wait until the next legislative session because the evidence has just been returned and the state is ready to make charging decisions in the Rust case, she wrote. So basically, from what I can gather, once the funding is A-okayed, charges are gonna be landing at certain doors, including, it looks like, Alec Baldwin. And reading between lines, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, yeah, he might actually be charged with homicide, with, like, murder. Like, this is insane, guys. I honestly thought that, you know, with the amount of money that he's got and the power and the influence and the access to, like, the high top flying lawyers, that somehow, disgustingly may I add, he might be able to wiggle himself out of it. Oh, no. This DA, it looks like, is out for his head. Yes. The DA has requested $635,500 for what she described as potentially 4 separate jury trials and to hire a special investigator, a media spokesman, and experts. The state gave the district attorney's office $317,000 for the appointment of a special prosecutor to oversee the case, according to the state's office website. The DA has reportedly named as special prosecutor Andrea Reeb. One of the outstanding pieces of evidence in the case, Baldwin's phone, has now been handed over to the prosecutors finally. But, representatives of the DA office from New Mexico and Baldwin did not immediately respond to request for comment. Alec Baldwin has repeatedly denied culpability in the shooting, as in he's denying that it's his fault at all. My opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. He was behind the bang bang implement. It might be conspiracy theory, whatever. It's his fault. It's his fault. And I cannot see how he can say, well, I didn't pull the trigger, but it still went off. No. You would. I've looked at it. I've tested it out. As in, I've got certain, let's say, acquaintances that have special licenses to have these kind of implements. They've shown me safely, of course, with blanks, that it is nigh on impossible for it to go off without you pulling the damn trigger. The only way that it could go off if you just went with the hammer is it's dependent on the primer. If the primer is super sensitive, then when you pull back the hammer, then it could still go off regardless if you've pulled the trigger. However, come on, the chances of that are extremely, extremely low. Don't pull the trigger, in my opinion. Come on. I can't believe he's still denying it. Any fault at all. Like, what the deuce, right, dude? Now, next month will mark a year since it happened. Where questions still remain about how a live round ended up on the production in violation of safety practices. Now, in the meantime, what is Alec Baldwin doing? Well, dude's being a little bit sneaky, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, because he's selling his largest asset, apparently, which is a $29 million estate that is based in the Hamptons in New York. Now, legal observers say that this may be an effort to shift and potentially shield his assets from lawsuits that ultimately is going to cost him a small freaking fortune, to say the least. This timing has sparked speculation that the actor is just preparing really for the potential doomsday in the courts financially. He originally purchased this estate in 1996 for $1.75 million and listed it just last week for more than 16 times that amount. Not a bad investment, right? Days after, though, a judge ruled that he was primarily responsible for what happened in the unalivement of Halyna Hutchins during the filming of Rust in New Mexico nearly this time last year. So it looks like that Alec Baldwin's looking to transfer all his assets, looks like liquid, fixed, all that malarkey, into more protected assets such as trusts for his children, family, that kind of thing, that could act as barriers from creditors. As in, once it's in a trust, for example, the creditors, the victim's family, let's say, couldn't get to it then because it's in a trust. It's not part of his estate anymore, if that makes sense. Robert Steele, a Manhattan trust lawyer, says, I'd be interested to see if he's buying anything in Florida because apparently Florida has special homestead protections. OJ bought a house in Florida and got protections there that you can't get in most states. I'd be curious to see if the creditors could claw that back. But looking at this, the Hutchins family is pursuing a wrongful unalivement lawsuit against him. Meanwhile, the sister, who Baldwin called an insurrectionist because she posted selfies in Washington on January the 6th, has filed a $25 million defamation lawsuit. So, yeah, he is racking up lawsuits left, right, and centre, it seems, where people, well, especially Eleanor Hutchins' family, legitimately, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, going after him for the wrongful unalivement, which could, in the end, cost him to pay out millions in damages. But if he puts all his assets into trust, then my understanding in terms of how trust works is they won't be able to touch it. They won't be able to get to it. And so, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, in that scenario, he would be hiding money from victims' family and completely screwing them over by doing that. In my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. But guys, breaking freaking news. The DA has just spoken out. It looks like Alec Baldwin could be charged with homicide, could be charged with murder, and it seems like he's selling assets. Could this be a way then to put it into trust and hide the money from the victim's family, such as Halyna Hutchins' family? What do you guys think? Enough with my gobs. You can sound off with your gobs in the comments down below. And if you loved this update and love videos on the daily all about the news and pop culture analysis, make sure you click on that subscribe button. You like, share, comment your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. And until the next time, you guys, laters.